MaJaMa Jams is brought to you by This Suspicious Cow.
MaJaMa.
Glad you could all make it for our morning sales huddle. So, how's everyone feeling this morning?
Pretty good.
Great, I'm excited because a new contest starts today.
Well, we do have some challenging goals to attain, but we shouldn't have any problems hitting all of them.
Whatever you want.
What are we doing?
Welcome back, everyone, to MaJaMa Jams, a show where we discuss other people's work to avoid doing our own. Except for the times where we don't have enough time to get into the main course of the meal, but there's still a couple scraps left over we'd like to dissect. Call it the leftovers, call it things that aren't movies, call it a piece of shit that no one will watch like the rest of the stuff on this channel. It's the first episode of MaJaMa Scraps, and today we are bringing you one of our old-time favorites. Now, about 15 years ago, this man entered into a world of perpetual happiness, joy, and greeting cards with little stuffed cute things that is the Hallmark greeting card company.
Sure, no problem.
Worked there for about 27 years of his life before retiring, and a little something about us for you guys to get to know our hearts and souls better. We adore training videos. We adore training videos, we adore training videos, the corny fake scenarios, the idealistic sense of can-do, happiness.
Perfect world.
Perfect world. A lot of idealism, how employees are going to act. Who knows why?
Absence of customers.
Absence of customers or
important
fake
part.
customers getting into fake awful scenarios. Whatever it may be, that's a dissection for another time. But today we are bringing you one of our favorites, a 4-part breakdown of how a Hallmark day goes throughout the day. You always hope for the best with your fake scenarios when you enter a new job and they say it's going to be a training video. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's like, it's just not up to par. This one, across the board, is pretty much what you want when you put on a training video to laugh at it.
Thank you.
It's actually quite A+.
Yeah.
It really is. It's not one of those ones where you're just kind of hoping and you're like, we'll watch it anyway. Sometimes the scenarios are just like, hey, did you do this, did you do that?
Everyone's got it fucking dialed up to ecstasy.
Yes. We have over-the-top Jim Carrey-esque facial expressions.
Yeah.
They take people who look like this
and through the use of proper filters and soft lenses, try to turn them in
to this.
Yes.
We have terrible line readings.
I love how everyone's been showing their favorite card.
Me too.
We have Saturday Night Live look off camera.
We seem really busy for a Tuesday.
I am glad to see you. We've been crazy all morning.
We have hilarious deliveries.
Here's the official passing. Now bring us home.
We have things that are going to be funny when we loop them for you guys.
The traffic is definitely coming in spurts, coming in spurts, coming in spurts, coming in spurts, coming in spurts.
And you know,
sentences that either, there are only 3 chances. Either nobody will ever say in their life, actors will ever say in their life, or some store managers will say in their life.
Very unnatural.
They're just like, so this gung-ho enthusiasm of, we're all part of the team, yay, that nobody gives a damn.
Well, we did it. What a great night. Let's take a minute to talk about it. Come on over.
I've worked with people that are actually positive and
Jimmy
about
Durante.
the job. Jimmy Durante.
Where's the Christmas spirit? That's right. Where is the Christmas spirit? Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
And
God,
the,
imagine working with him.
even the people that are positive aren't as positive as this. You know, I've worked with people that love their job and take it seriously, and they're not still as
Right.
Stepford Wives out as this. So we start off with our glossy lipstick shining like the fucking sun.
It's Laura Bush. Well, actually, no.
It's
Laura
Laura
Bush
Bush.
always had that perma grin too.
It's
and
Laura
that dead
Bush.
face.
We don't need to do the had sex with gag because it is Laura Bush. Exactly.
Sounds like you got it covered.
And she is talking to a little chubby meatball with a perpetual expression of over...
Chubby little Italian grandmother.
Is Angela Lansbury, overweight Angela Lansbury.
Vicky, who is, I think, took an ecstasy pill, which she is struggling to maintain as it kicks in. And the other one, which is...
Nostril Girl.
nostril girl, which just, yeah, I think you could fit an entire family of 6 for the winter inside of there.
Nostrastra.
Is it? Her name's Lestrastra?
What
is her name?
Nostralia.
She's the sure no problem.
It's beautiful.
Girl.
Yes. It rolls off the tongue as a name.
Karen.
So we start off with our morning huddle, and we find out that we are going to be selling snowman sledders. Matthew,
Fun sledders.
What is a snowman sledder?
A snowman sledder is a plush toy where you press a button and they dance to music.
Each other? You press a button and they...
We would have...
Excuse me, what are these snowmen doing? I bought this for my daughter. She's 6.
And she's very happy.
She's emulating this now. She's in her room just doing this.
You would buy 3 cards and you get a discount on them. So you'd buy like 3 cards and you get them for like $11.95 or some shit like that.
Did you ever sell one personally?
Like actively?
Yeah. And do you remember the tactic you used?
Here.
You just press the button. No, stay right there. Stay right there. They're almost done.
You know what? This seems like a good time to bring Mateo into one of our favorite jokes of all time, because this makes me think of the vacuum sketch from Kids in the Hall, which maybe we'll work to find the clip for you. Because one of my favorite jokes is that, what is it? Dave is... Oh. No, I'm sorry. Scott is our patron.
Yes.
No. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Bruce.
We just find the skit and just insert it. If we do, there's no reason to talk about it.
it's just that the basic skit is that this guy is trying to sell. He's a door-to-door salesman. He's trying to sell it to an oblivious customer.
I heard that you were an easy sell, but I don't buy it. I would like to know how Kenny sold you that vacuum. Buy this vacuum. Okay.
And beyond the absurdity of the skit, the beauty of the kids is I feel like there's a commentary on the rigmarole of salesmanship, where it's like the guy tries all the tactics and the idiot's tripping him up, and he's like, how did he sell you that vacuum? Buy this vacuum. Yes. Okay. Salute to the kids. But that's what this reminds me of. Like, you go through all this stuff, and then you were probably just like, I don't know, buy this snowman? All right, I need one.
I mean, luckily you can press the button and do the thing themselves, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah. And it's like, when you were talking, it reminded me of that wonderful bit of Jerry Lewis in the restaurant.
And what kind of salad would you like with your meal? We have Caesar, watercress, lettuce and tomato, plain lettuce, Bibb lettuce, hearts of Bibb lettuce leaves.
Watercress is always the...
Watercress it is. Good choice. You got it. And what do you have on it? We have vinegar and oil, plain oil, Thousand Island, 100 Island, Hawaiian Island, 3 Mile Island, Russian, German, Swiss.
These training videos, and I remember when I was working for Universal that I saw it when I was working at weird places that I've seen things like that. They're all, you say vacuum for the bit, but they're actually in the vacuum. They all give for granted that the customers behave well, that everything goes right, that there is never something like a rush. Because I remember at Universal...
There were crazy 20 minutes.
Vicky, that was a crazy 20 minutes.
There were crazy 20 minutes.
Vicky, that was a crazy 20 minutes.
My labia is raw.
But at Universal it was the same. When I say, oh yeah, you just say, come here, you bring Marilyn Monroe or whatever. Here, the audience will...
Shove her into the crowd.
Yeah, exactly.
Let her be devoured.
And they were saying the crowds will part ways, and you'll walk and say, have you ever been in the park?
Yeah, here's a great idea. Why don't you serve a bunch of middle-aged men alcohol all day while they walk around on a pavement hit by the sun, and then shove a breathy-voiced Marilyn, this poor struggling actress, out to act like a little and then just be pawed at like a piece of meat thrown into a
steal the tram tour and just like plows into the water.
This tram is overloaded. Tell them they can walk on water. It's part of the tour.
All right, now, you're all Israelites. You're going to go into the water and experience what Moses did. Everybody up. 1, 2, 3.
like throwing a cow into the f***ing raptor cage in Jurassic Park. Jesus Christ, imagine having to act like Marilyn Monroe and a bunch of schlubs just f***ing dragging their kids around.
We rehearsed some of the shows at 2 a.m. And I said, see, it's that easy. 30 seconds from over there to come over here. Say, do you know when the park is crowded? 30 seconds, it takes only to open the gate.
Ruin everything.
How often did you guys have actual inappropriate physical grabbing?
Every single day.
Okay, so people would just always have their hands up.
Yes.
Marilyn or a minion, these motherfuckers are like...
The guy with the minion, it was one of my favorite anecdotes. That I was with the minions, next in line, and next in line, next in line. This guy arrived, he was a guy probably twice the size of your dad, but just a classic man. And everything. He looks at me and says, where do you get the midgets? I was like, what? I'm sorry. The midgets! Where do you get them? And I look at him and say, Costco.
You shipping them in?
Please.
We got hit pretty hard this past customer rush.
Our team is very enthusiastic about the amount of snowman sledders they can sell.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
They're setting some serious
They're
high
committing to
goals.
50 over the course of a day. And then they check back like an hour later, she says she's already 8 deep. Like...
You got 8 up there?
8? And your goal is 12? Very impressive, Vicky.
MaJaMa.
Karen, how's it going? We finally have a breather.
I know. I can't believe how busy we are today.
I love it. Now we need to shift gears. We really need to get the sales floor pulled back to standard. I'm sure the next customer rush is on its way.
But the team is very enthusiastic. And in our
Jesus, we used to have to keep track of this shit by the hour. I remember we would have to write on the break
By
board.
the hour?
Yeah, not the break, the log. Yeah, the log that she's holding the whole time.
Was it all because that Mike Miller turned you down for whatever reason for John's, so you went to the other John's, got fired, and from there we never had the same job together?
No,
I guess
I
the whole
worked at
thing's
John's. You know why I left John's.
No, our John's. Why didn't you get at our John's?
I guess because we were brothers.
Was that really it?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
So they commit to selling 50 snowman sledders, which is insane.
Getting a high CSI, which she was thinking about on the way to work this morning.
I was also thinking about CSI this morning on the way to work.
Oh, I think that's the funniest line because I think no matter the most dedicated person to their job in the world, that's the drive. It's time for them to, your mind drifts. Like, I got 20 minutes. Let's let the mind drift. She's those fucking CSI numbers. Get the fuck out of the way! I have low CSI numbers!
Dude, the worst was...
So I had a hell of a fucking morning today thinking about those CSI numbers.
CSI is not in this case.
It's not Miami.
Exactly. In Miami,
Southern California.
New Orleans.
Customer Service Index?
Encino. Yes, Customer Service Index. That was the little...
The percentages.
It would be the shit like on that receipt, like, hey,
how many
tell us
customers
about
got
your
blown in the
experience.
back room by Vicky today?
Vicky, that was a crazy 20 minutes.
Vicky, that was a crazy 20 minutes. Those lips must be chapped. But you got him to commit to those enrollments, right? With the gluck gluck in there?
Oh, believe me, they're plenty lubricated.
But Vicky, who is W in Good Eats.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Wait, what is Good Eats? That's the old Alton Brown show?
Yes.
And she's a regular cast member.
But I knew I wanted a woman to play it, and the woman that ended up playing it is a chiropractor. Showed an immediate dislike for me in the audition process. I mean, really palatable. And that was just perfect. She didn't like me. She doesn't like me. I mean, she put up with me, but you could tell everything I did kind of irritated her. Because that wasn't acting, on the show.
She actually went on to something. That's rare to see someone like that in these training
Or
videos.
she did this after.
Or simultaneously. I don't know I don't remember the date of...
2007.
So it's after Good Eats, I think.
Oh.
But she's
a shining star.
I also want to recognize Vicky this morning. She received a 100% positive customer comment on CSI.
Her first, her primary occupation is chiropractor.
What?
She is Alton Brown's chiropractor.
In real life?
Yes.
Was she your chiropractor in real life?
No. I didn't meet her that way. I don't think I could let her touch me that way. But other people, my Steadicam operator used to go to her, which I still felt kind of funny about. But no, she's also an actress. She's in a series right now, though I can't remember what it's called.
And
this is a hell of a fact, to quote Albert Brooks.
Wow, that's a hell of a fact.
This is a hell of a fact to know that the woman in the random Hallmark training video Matthew stole from work 15 years ago
I had this research studied.
recognized from an episode of Good Eats, so you know in real life this woman is Alton Brown's chiropractor. What was she doing in a Hallmark video?
She had to sell the 55 the snowman or whatever.
What is anyone doing in any video?
Yeah.
So we have to acknowledge that in the morning huddle, they give credit to Vicky, who the Italian grandmother is very happy
Italian
about.
grandmother Angela Lansbury.
Great job, Vicky.
Bloated as hell.
Her bracelet's
Angela's face
explode.
is like this. She's got a meatball.
No, Angela's face has
Angela Lansbury.
There you go.
But what is Vicky being acknowledged for?
Getting
85% customer.
No, she got the 100%.
Oh yeah, good
customer.
Good for good comment.
Good for her.
Right. Well, anyway, the best moment for me.
I remember one time we had a new hire, and Anna came up to me, who was our assistant manager at the time, and she's like, "All the training videos are gone. We need them. Laura's looking for them. She's asking where they are. Dude, you have them in your car. Can you go get them?" I'm like, she's like, "Do you have them in your car right now?" I'm like, "Yes, they're in the seat. I think I can get them and sneak them in." So I had to go out to the parking lot and pull them out and then sneak them back in. Like, "Oh, look, we found them in the drawer. Oh, okay, here they are."
Don't worry. After 5 years, it's in prescription.
Exactly.
So you're innocent.
So the best part to me of the morning huddle is the look of absolute joy and pride our Italian grandmother gives to Vicky at the announcement. She literally goes, they almost kissed. So we get to the end of our morning huddle, and now we move on to shift recovery, which is, Vicky, that was a crazy 20 minutes. Because apparently the hour kicks off, and apparently the old women have been stampeding into the Hallmark
We got hit pretty hard this past customer rush.
to really lap up these snowman sweaters like...
Do you have the Kobe Bryant ornament for Christmas?
All right, Jerome. Open the doors.
So it was a crazy 20 minutes, and they're talking about recovery. Nostrils woman is very excited to take over in the front and push over her goal of snowman
But
slider.
they're trying to push her in the back.
Vicky is...
Lady, stay in the back corner. Hold the snowman slider in front of your face. Higher, higher.
Oh, is this bag for the snowman sliders? No, put that over your head. It's f***ing horrifying. I'm pretty sure I saw a couple people walk out when your hippo pig smile just cracked across their visage.
Will you replace her in the front until she's finished?
Sure. That'll let me be the first to show the slider to customers, pushing me over my goal.
So she's very excited about going to the front to sell more snowman sliders while Vicky stays in the back because, quote, she's so fast.
At restocking.
At restocking. Is this the moment where she says to pick her favorite card and keep it in her pocket?
No, that's during the morning huddle.
When we finish here, I want each of you to pick out your favorite card. Keep it in your apron and show it to every customer.
Oh, forgive me. That's during the morning huddle.
That shit would get bent as
Can you imagine how infuriated you would be if you walked into Hallmark, you're just trying to grab a card quick, and someone walks up on you and says, "Here's my favorite one. You want to read it?"
My son just died.
Well, you told me that quite honestly in real life, people would get annoyed when you walk up on them like that. They want help when they want it, but not when they don't.
Well, I mean, that's why I like one of the makeup stores, Sephora maybe, they have different colored baskets. So if you take a black basket, it means I want to shop by myself. If you take a red basket, it means I want to.
Oh my God!
I think it's Sephora.
That's
or
brilliant.
the makeup stores.
That's brilliant.
Yes, but I think it always depends. Some people would come in and literally this old Jimmy Durante type would take you around and be like, "Hey, I need a card for an artist." I'm like, "Okay, for what? For a birthday?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What do you mean an artist?" So she's an artist. I'm like, "Okay, she paints, she dances, she sings what?" So you have to go and find try to find a specific card for him. But it always depended on the people. They would want you to get the away from them, or they want you to help look for the most niche card possible.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm used to the classic, may I help you, or Are you looking for something in particular?
We would always be told to ask, who are you shopping for today? Because they can't just be like, off. I mean, they can be like, off, but it makes them forced to answer a question that they don't want to answer. Vicky!
Vicky, that's Italian.
MaJaMa. I love how everyone's been showing their favorite card.
Me too. I still find myself laughing at some of the same cards.
So we move on to our shift change.
Yes.
And this is the passing of the clipboard to a girl that
You may
looks
say
like a...
You shift gear to the
Yeah.
shift
You could say
change.
that. You could say that.
Let's say we
You
shifted
gear to the shift change.
change.
So,
Perfect.
They shifted the clipboard.
She shifts the
Mostly.
clipboard to a girl that looks like a human version of a compy from Jurassic Park.
Lost World.
I could picture 50 of her just running over that tree log with her weird reptilian bird face.
No, that's...
The blonde with the side ponytail.
You didn't know. The copies are the little things that attack the girl in the beginning of the Lost World.
Yeah.
You're thinking, yeah.
Was it Gallimimus?
Gallimimus is the ones from that you're thinking of.
I can see both.
I can see both.
The wheeling, the uniform, direction changes, just like a flock of birds evading a predator.
They're flocking this way.
She looks like a weird reptile bird.
Yeah, definitely a reptile
She's got a side ponytail, and she loves how everyone's been sharing their favorite card.
Yeah.
Which
By
is
the
one of my
way-
favorite deliveries of all time.
We love girls. Yeah, we just like we are crapping on every single actor.
No. First of all, that's because they're only women, except for one guy who makes Paul Lynde look like the straightest man you've ever seen in your life.
Who the fuck is Paul Lynde?
Paul Lynde.
For $250, Paul, true or false? Your teeth are about the same size and shape as a pig's.
Look who's talking, beaver face.
No, I know, but you keep going for these really
You
idiot
threw me off for a
homosexual
second.
references.
So we have the gayest man in the history of life.
I wouldn't say that.
I can't believe how busy we stayed all night long. It was great for Crown Rewards enrollments.
I don't know, dude. There's the combination of he spends the whole time doing this. And then he goes, it gets tough with so many customers. And it's like you are literally doing a Family Guy creeper voice.
It gets tough with so many customers, but I kept remembering what you said about selling one more card to each customer.
He looks like he's got like a portly, middle-aged face. He kind of looks like Doyle from The Mask.
No, he looks like John Kennelly from Predator.
What kind of conduct is this for a high school teacher?
None, sir. I've never done this before.
You're going to tell me you've never done this before?
No, sir.
Oh
That
my
guy walks
God!
naked. John, you're naked.
Yes,
Get the
there
same
is
kind
a
of face.
similarity.
The stupefied expression. I just came to get something to eat.
I just came to get something to eat.
John.
What I find hilarious.
I just want to show my favorite card.
What I find hilarious about your comment about the women is that one would think it was a cliche that only women work at Hallmark, and if a guy does work there, it's a gay guy. And then you have your training video where it's literally all women, and then the gayest dude. I mean,
they oblige the stereotype.
Exactly.
And he's got an apron, just the way he's literally standing like.
It's
tough.
There is not another guy in also the other videos, right? There is never.
In the one we love, the guy is the customer.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are customers, but in terms of.
I mean, there's some.
How many men were there besides you and Josh?
3. One was homosexual.
Including,
2 were homosexual, including myself.
Wait, there were 3 guys in total. And
4.
So half of the men there were homosexuals?
Yes.
You can't write this stuff! How many men worked at the Hallmark you were at for years?
Oh shit, no, we had a third. We had a third homosexual.
Stop ruining the joke. Oh, even better. You gotta be shitting me. So you mean there were 5 men in total at the Hallmark you worked at for 4 years, 3 of which were homosexual?
Yes.
That's insane!
It gets tough with so many customers.
I mean, it's Hallmark. That's why people are like, wait, you said Walmart? You said you work at Hallmark. I'm like, I work at Hallmark. Like wait, you make cards? I'm like, no, I work at the store. Like, what do? Just stand there and put a card on the shelf?
That place doesn't need employees. Old people just wander in like lost dogs to a kill shelter. They bump into a car and then someone needs to kick them out the door in the direction of their grandson.
It was like when they asked me, so what do you do? But back in Italy, what do you do? I'm working for television. Oh yeah, what do you do? I write for driving. Oh, I hate it. Yeah, thanks. I don't know what to...
That piece of shit?
Good job.
Well, if you're happy, I guess. That's what you choose to do with your life? So,
I mean, you look really happy, but a lot of people say you wasted your life.
Wow.
So, we then, we learned that Tanisha is coming in an hour early, when that's good news.
Right on cue, too.
Right on cue.
Staffing-wise, I brought Tanisha in at 12 instead of 1. We really needed the help. In addition to her, you have Paula and Sherry coming in. Only Paula and Tanisha were scheduled, but I called and asked Sherry to come in from 1 to 5. She said okay, and right on cue, here she comes now.
Thanks so much for looking out for us.
I think that's another girl, but
Yo,
yes.
and Laura Bush is just like straight.
Oh, yes, thank
not
you.
Not even
So,
trying to make eye contact.
This is full on SNL line readings,
Yeah.
completely off
Plus,
camera.
I think why they did it for the end, they took away the back of the head shot, so you just have her looking off, and you're not exactly seeing if she's lined up perfectly with the person that she's talking to. Shot reverse shot.
But it's because there's one thing by looking like this, and one thing by looking like this and talking to you.
Yeah.
It's annoying as hell.
Very jarring.
Plus, a lot of their lines was number, goal.
Yes.
You know what?
I understand that she didn't have to memorize.
To be
all
fair,
acronyms,
for a
numbers,
non-actor
goals,
having to do like, we came in with CSI 67%, which is up 58 from this and that. It's pretty damn good considering all those things.
No.
Considering the numbers. Considering the numbers.
We are at 48% for the week. I've set a goal for the store to open 25 new enrollments today, and we need to each have at least a 55% capture rate by the end of our shift at 1.
I don't think that is one of those
she's reading it
gigs that where they send you the script a month before, so you can
run my
actually
lines.
get into the camera. Yeah, exactly. Into the character.
CSI.
You just you show up on set and say, okay, these are the lines. So you have to
I'm talking during this.
I thought this was an actual job.
voice?
Have I not been hired at Hallmark? So we get the passing of the purple clipboard to the compy girl.
Here's the official passing. Now bring us home.
Yeah.
She starts pecking
Who I
at
think
it.
is our who is our associate?
She sees a reflection and gets scared and starts pecking at it in the back of the clipboard. And then we come to our end of the day, bring it on home with the gayest man in history, and the two others who in this case are actually kind of normal.
Yes.
They're not as weirdo characters, but we do get the hilarious line that even we have Mom laughing at, which is
Well, we did it. What a great night. Let's take a minute to talk about it. Come on over.
I know you're all in a rush to get out of here, but first I just wanted to say thank you.
Dad, man. I get the idea. I mean, we had to go through the list when you started the shift, but like, we need to put the shit away when we left that night. Just toss the money in the safe and run.
Right.
So those snowman sledders were selling like crazy. One guy bought 6.
Those Snow Up Fun sledders were selling like crazy. One guy bought 6.
Which I find hard to see.
I mean, depending who you're buying them for. You're going to sit in the floor and have a circle of them around you just dancing.
By the fucking stone.
Kong versus Godzilla.
Oh.
I assume, random thought, but you're the guy to ask. I assume they probably released King Kong versus Godzilla.
Hey, focus, Hallmark.
I was just going to say I wanted to frame it on my wall. Not that I have a wall.
Yeah, you don't have a wall.
I don't have a wall to
I've
frame.
seen what you've done to my wall over there, and I don't like it.
So, they bring it on home.
She says that. Now bring us home.
Bring
us home, bitch.
The gay guy goes off to Costco because they're having a sale on zucchinis that he's going to strap to his chair with duct tape and then sit down on.
You gotta make sure to cut the tip off, because sometimes they have those little sharp edges or the little prickly hairs.
I like them circumcised.
Come on over, let's talk about it. Except for you. You said you needed to go early to the pet store for a gerbil. I don't know what that's for, but...
I'm drinking here.
It gets tough with so many customers, but the feeling of this gerbil clawing at my asshole every second is pleasurable enough to power me through to the end of the day.
What was that, John?
That's my favorite card.
I'm so sorry that gerbil died. I hope they get it out of you soon.
I forgot it was back there. I've been noticing I have to push extra hard when the poop comes out.
See if the next one can find the previous one.
Send in the search team with a little helmet with a hat and a light on the front of it.
And then we're at the end of the day.
Yeah, we're at the end of the day.
And that's, we got through the day?
They check in all their points. Everyone knows their goals. Everyone knows how much they're supposed to make.
Everybody's
Everyone's
just like,
set insane goals for themselves. Yeah.
How many snowmen decided to sell? 58?
Yeah.
Insane. I don't know if that's ever happened, but...
I mean, they were pretty cheap for what they were, but it was just like a tack on, like, hey, buy 3 cars and get this shit for cheap.
What song did they say?
I mean, it always changed every year. And they stopped making them.
Yeah, excuse me, I bought this snowman slider, and when I press it, it just keeps saying Jews will not replace us? Is that supposed to be...
And by the way, they still work.
Yeah.
My mom has at least 5 different sets, and they still work.
They still run?
Yep.
5 bought all at the same time to help the CSI? For
Yes. No, I bought every year. I was buying those, and
God.
I bought Donald for Easter.
Oh shit! I had Donald. Yeah, I mean they had some cool stuff. I can't deny it.
Yeah. So.
Well, we got to the end of our day.
Okay.
And I think we're done with our Hallmark training video.
I know you're all in a hurry to get out of here, but first I wanted to say thank you. I couldn't have asked for a better team to work with tonight.
Are we voting for scraps?
Well, let's see where our CSI is at. We were aiming for 58%, and we hit 16%.
Oh.
So that's
the triumph.
Not great.
74% off.
Yeah, it's still within this 20. Oh, it's not 25%.
Yeah, it's more.
So we're not gonna look at those anymore.
Okay.
And we're gonna, instead of voting, we're gonna
say something.
We're gonna say something else.
Yes. So.
Instead of voting,
we're
all gonna pick from these things our favorite line of the whole thing. Mine, it's tough. But mine is...
The traffic is definitely coming in spurts.
The traffic is definitely coming in spurts.
I love how everyone's been sharing their favorite card because of the emphasis on love.
I love how everyone's been showing their favorite card.
Mateo?
I like the artificiality of and right on cue.
Yeah, Jesus.
Because it's just like she's reading
She's
it.
looking.
She can't even see.
Wait.
Exactly. Yeah. No, because
I can smell her.
She's reading.
She's here.
She's in the building. She's in the building. She's in here. I smell fresh blood. No, because you see that she's reading the whole thing, and then there is parentheses.
Right on cue.
She turns and saying right on cue, and so then right on cue.
Only Paula and Tanisha were scheduled, but I called and asked Sherry to come in from 1 to 5. She said okay, and right on cue. Here she comes now.
And I smell her scent right on cue. Are you on your period? Well.
Hello, Clarice.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first ever Scraps. Little just bit of table scrap for you there.
Should we vote with Scraps?
We just said that.
Yes.
I'm sure the gimmick will change by the next one we do.
Sure.
So guys, thanks for Scraps. There's going to be a lot more of these because as you can see around this apartment there's nothing but Scraps.
No, really, because we don't want to just waste too much time in editing and stuff. So we do something. Oh, yeah, because we really like it.
Yes. It's a favorite thing.
Stop.
MaJaMa.
I was also thinking about CSI this morning on the way to work.
Which one? OG, New York, Miami, Cyber.
What can we do to create a really great experience for our customer today?
What if we create a magical world where homicidal thoughts automatically manifest into red velvet cupcakes?
You guys think we can do it, right?
Yes.
Hey, see this forearm? You know what's going in here if I don't move at least 20 sledders? More cuts than a DJ on cocaine. Let's f***ing go!
What's our sales goal today?
CSI?
Thanks for always being so positive.
You found out about my test results?
Will you replace her in the front until she's finished?
How many times have I been asked that in my life?
What a great night. Let's take a minute to talk about it. Come on over.
Okay.
Anyone want to take a guess on where we ended up?
New England?
How do you guys feel we did with regard to meeting customer service expectations? And how do you guys think you did at delivering our first program?
First program? Was there a second? Well, none of the customers came in expecting to die and they didn't, so more than we can say about United 93 passengers, am I right?
Is there anything anyone saw that we could have done differently tonight to give the customer a better experience or drive more sales?
How about a monkey dancing in overalls next to the power tower?